Hello, Internet. Gino, aka That Pinguino, here again with another baby deep look. This time I'm taking a look at Lost Odyssey for the Xbox 360, and I'm looking at the leveling system in this game. Lost Odyssey has a pretty unique take on how characters level and acquire new skills, and I thought it's worth looking at and comparing to how other games have done it in the past. Now, most RPGs treat leveling and skill acquisition as just a matter of getting a certain level of experience through battle, and then skills unlock, either through a skill tree or just some sort of innate powers within your characters. Once they get a certain level of experience, and once they hit a certain arbitrary level, they just gain abilities. It bursts out of them somehow. And Lost Odyssey does that a little bit, but it actually has two classes of characters. It has immortal characters and mortal characters. Mortal characters function like the ordinary RPG protagonists that I mentioned before. Once they get a certain amount of experience, they just gain new skills. You don't know what's coming. Whatever comes out of them next, you never know unless you look it up in an FAQ or some sort of guide. But they just gain experience by living. Your immortal characters don't have that ability. They actually start as blank slates that have no skills unto themselves. They actually acquire new skills by skill linking with your mortal party members, and also by equipping different accessories and different items across the game. As they fight battles and gain experience, they'll gain levels, but the only way they gain skills is through connections with other people. And I think that this is a really nice metaphor for the immortal characters. So they've lived lifetimes, hundreds of lifetimes. For them, ordinary combat experience, just life experience, it's not that significant. It's not going to make them have some revelation of new power. For them, the only way to grow and continue improving is not through living their own lives, but seeing how other people, other mortals, live their lives, and kind of learning something from their struggles and from their own experiences. So I think it shows this nice connection between an immortal character who is kind of stagnated emotionally with a mortal character who's struggling with just living an ordinary mortal life. Your characters like Jansen and Ced, the two little twins that aren't Palom and Porom but might as well be Palom and Porom from Final Fantasy IV, all those characters and their abilities kind of transferring on to your immortals, it really gives a weight to the story, and I think it really plays into some of the main themes of Lost Odyssey, what with 1,000 Years of Dreams, and how each of your immortal characters is kind of impacted by mortal life despite being kind of removed from it and kind of aloof. So I think that this was a really interesting way of handling leveling, and it creates this interesting dichotomy between your characters, because your immortals can be anything. They are completely open. They can become hybrids of all of your different character types. They can gain new abilities that one character has that another character shouldn't have access to, but they can have access to both. Your ordinary mortal characters will only ever be whatever character class they happen to be born into. Jansen will only ever be a healer, a black mage / thief. Ced will only ever be a gun dude / damage dealing kind of guy. So I think showing these hybridizations really adds something to Lost Odyssey's combat, and I think it adds an emotional weight to what could have been a bland system. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. Thanks. Peace!